Morning. So I'm Chanel Haley with Georgia Equality. I'm the Transgender Inclusion Organizer there, down in Atlanta. And so we'll talk about being transgender and homeless in the city of Atlanta. So we're fortunate enough to live in a city that where Atlanta has the only non-discrimination ordinance in the entire state. That's all inclusive for public accommodations, private employment, and housing. But that has not helped a transgender person who is homeless and trying to get into a homeless shelter, because we know discrimination happens there almost across the entire country, even in California still today. Okay. And so we know that it's even worse when they're segregated for men's shelters, women's shelters. A trans woman is denied access to a women's shelter, a trans man is denied access to a men's shelter. Even when they're mixed, it's still a problem. What do we do? Because that is really against city law, right? And then we were blessed that HUD then came up with the equal access rule. So, ding. Now the shelters are listening because that's talking to them about their money, okay? Now they care. So, now remember, the equal access rule says shelter policies do not isolate or segregate clients based on gender identity. So because of this, some people came together. So over here on your left-hand side is Robin Shahara. Robin Shahara is the chief counsel to our mayor of Atlanta. She also is an LGBT liaison. So she really wanted shelters to come up to code with the city ordinance. And that is being helped now and reinforced with the equal access rule. The lady in the middle is not only my Georgia Equality colleague, but also Office Week mate, Emily Brown. And of course down there is me. So, what Robin came up with was called SLEEP, which is Shelter LGBTQI Equality Education Project. So, Emily, along with some other very smart people in the community, got together and wrote this great policy manual for how these shelters can come up to code, where it meets the code for the city of Atlanta and also that follows the equal access rule guidelines. Now, where I come into play in this is the fact that I sit on a board called the Human Relations Commission, which we've also had that for 16 years. And so that is the board that if you feel discriminated against, then you have somewhere to file a complaint with, right? So, with the great partnership with the city and Georgia Equality, through the Human Relations Commission, Georgia Equality is the only organization that can go to homeless shelters and do this training. So, with that being said, right now, there is about 20 homeless shelters that are trans-friendly, because trans-friendly is way different than being trans-competent. There are 8 that are trans-competent, and one of them, somewhere in the middle, okay? And I'm happy to also say that this is expanding now. So in 2 months, I'll be actually expanding 7 counties down from Atlanta, which is outside of what this program was originally created for, to Columbus, Georgia. For your knowledge, or something you want to learn more about this, be able to see this yourself, because this is 100% free. Georgia Equality, like I said, we're the ones who are charged with going and doing this, so that means me, actually. But you can go to the website, to the City of Atlanta's website, and download this program here. It's a PDF. It tells you everything that you need to know about trying to transition your homeless shelters, emergency shelters, any housing, to be able to bring it up to code. Like I said, it's 100% free, and I thank you for that, and I really wish and hope that in every city and state that you live in, that you have these conversations with anywhere, homeless shelters, apartment buildings, anything that has to do with housing, because the transgender community is part of the chronic homeless and it's a revolving door that keeps happening. And so having these conversations with these places ensures that these people are not living on the streets. We have a hard enough life of trying to get a job, and then of course, you know, if you can't get a job, you can't feed yourself, you can't clothe yourself, and you know, keeping a roof over your head is the basic necessity that everyone needs. So please have those conversations, and thank you.